Welcome back everybody to Beast Mode Camping, where we're going to take a look at some innovative tech that goes right into your jackets. If you're tired of freezing in those outdoor adventures, this may be the upgrade you didn't know you needed. Being outdoors all the time means I probably have more jackets than most. So when Wulcea came to me and asked me if I'd do a review of their graphene heated jacket, I said, sure, let's give it a go. They asked me if I'd let people know that they can get these just in time for Christmas. I told them, well, I can't really do that because I don't do ads. I only do honest reviews. And that's exactly what you're gonna get today. So I am gonna share the things that I really like about this jacket and the things that maybe I think can be improved upon. We'll see if they take that to note in their next version. First up, let's talk about graphene. If you don't know what it is, don't worry, I didn't either. Turns out it's some futuristic material that's super thin, incredibly strong, and conducts heat really good. This bad boy heats evenly, no cold spots, no awkward hot patches, just balanced, toasty warmth. Plus, they say it's even beneficial for your well-being. So before I get started on this graphene heated jacket, which is battery powered, let's take a look at some of the ones that we're all used to. First up, this one's from Under Armour. It's really just a cotton blend. It's gonna soak up rain. It's going to, you're not gonna really wanna use it when it gets wet. It is warm. However, I do find that even on the coldest days, something like my puff is gonna keep me a lot warmer. This thing is super light. It folds down and packs incredibly small. Now I've used these when it's below zero and it keeps you warm just fine. Now that's the good side. The bad side about these is you can't really use them when it's raining. If this gets wet, it's gonna be of no use. Also, the material is so light and thin that it's subject to even getting burnt by things like your flashlight, or it's definitely gonna get some rips on it if you're running through a thorn bush. Now let's talk about this one. I spent the last couple days in this just getting used to it, just so I can talk about the things that I do and don't like about it. First off, the pros. I really like this material. It is rugged. I mean, running through stuff, hitting on trees, and literally nothing. The dirt doesn't even stay on it. Now maybe that's because it's brand new, I don't know. I will give an update, let's say 6 months and a year, to see how this thing's holding up. I've ran through trees. In fact, let's run through these branches and stuff here. Okay, my pants are getting a little caught. And it actually hurts because it's briars. Ow! Ow! All right. Probably not the smartest idea to do that. Hopefully it didn't tear my hat. But as you can see, this thing, at least at first thought, seems indestructible. The next thing is it's warm. It's got a polyester external shell, some cotton on the inside. It's got pockets all over it, which I think are pretty cool. This one's, let's see how deep this guy is. Oh boy, that can definitely hold an iPhone. We've got two of those, one on each side. It's got an internal pocket, but this is really for the battery pack. Now take a look at this one. So I charged it up the last couple days after using it, but this morning I've used it for about the last 2.5 hours on full blast, and it's at 88% battery. Now the way this works is you plug this in right here, and instantly the jacket turns on. And 12 volts of pure heat energy, that means this thing will keep you warm even when polar bears are questioning their life choices. I don't know if you can see that, but it's lit red. That means it's on its highest setting. There's the blue for medium and white for the lowest. Now it's a little chilly out, so I'm gonna keep it on its highest setting. It's also got a hood and some cinch straps that you can pull this down if you want. Now the documentation says it's got graphene through the biceps, around the chest and back, and around the neck. Where I can really feel it, and it's actually starting to make me sweat, is in my back and right at my neck. And it's not like a hot hands where it's really, really warm. It's a subtle heat. Even on its highest setting, it doesn't feel like it's at 100 plus, but it's definitely warmer than a regular coat. I do want to read you something. Now, I'm not a scientist or a medical professional, nor do I claim to be. But let me read this to you. Recent studies highlight graphene's potential health advantages, enhancing its appeal in graphene-enhanced heated garments. Graphene emits far infrared radiation, which promotes better blood circulation and metabolism, potentially reducing muscle fatigue and improving overall health. By harnessing graphene's power, our garments not only provide unmatched warmth, but also offer potential health benefits for the wearer, whether facing icy winds, navigating damp spring days, soothing warmth while promoting a healthier lifestyle. Now, I don't know what any of that means. Maybe there's some science to that. Maybe it's just marketing, but I will say it's a bit warmer. Now, like I said, it's got pockets on both biceps. It's got pockets right here, which I will say it is a little bit of a different position. Now, it does allow you just to drape your hands, so kind of cool. They are very deep pockets, but a traditional jacket, the pockets are going to be right here. A little weird, but I think stuff's gonna fall out of these a lot less often. Definitely has a lot of warmth right up around this area. It also has some size adjustments. So here on the wrist, so you can really cinch it down around your hands. Now, I did talk about something that was a little weird, but after I got used to it, I really actually do like having my hands in this position rather than right here where your hands only go maybe halfway. This, you can see they go all the way in and they're really deep pockets. Let's see, are there any internal pockets? Nothing other than this one, and that's really to store the battery. In fact, it's getting a little warm, so I'm going to take it out. So let's talk about the battery real quick. It's at 86%, and you can buy additional ones from their website, but what I would really appreciate right here, that's the input. I would love something that's maybe USB-C, so it doesn't require a proprietary connection. That means I could get any battery pack and hook it up. Now, maybe there's some reason, the voltage, wattage, whatever, to where it has to be this specific battery, but if they could change that, I think that would be a large improvement. Now, the next thing I would love to see changed on this is the zipper. This is a weird zipper. If you can see, it actually has two zippers on it. And I'm not exactly sure what this bottom one's for. So, but the problem is, when you zip it up, you have to go through both zippers and pull up. Not a problem. However, I don't know what the reason would be to unzip this. Maybe to get to your gun faster or something. I can't figure out that one. And the only other thing is, when you unzip it, it doesn't immediately come loose. And you actually have to pull on this other side to get it out. So just a little bit odd. It's not a deal breaker, but it's definitely weird because most zippers don't have a dual zipper function here. So now that we've ran through the basics of this and understand the technology, let's run back down to camp and get this thing wet.
Love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no, I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take.
Now the water is just rubbing right off. I can see that it is starting to maybe saturate. I'm not positive, but for the most part, it's just beading up and flying right off. Now what I don't know if that's the material makeup or if that's some hydrophobic solution that they've sprayed on it. So the sun's right up there. It's still only about 40 degrees out, but between that, this thing being black, I'm sweating. So I had to take it off, but I'm not done with the test. I want to understand the hydrophobic nature of this coat. So I'm going to put it under some water. Let's go check it out because I want to see if it actually hits some point and it really starts getting really damp or passes through. Let's see what happens. Okay, so I've just got it set up on the table here. I want to dump some water on it and see if it's going to keep it off like a raincoat or if it's going to eventually soak in. You can see a lot of it starts running off, but is it going to start absorbing it? And Wulcea, if you watch this, I'd love to know, how we're accomplishing the raincoat perspective of this. Let's give it a little path to leave here. All right, so it looks like it just runs right off. It's not wet at all on the inside. But again, this does not feel like a raincoat. This feels like nice fabric. Maybe it's voodoo magic science. Now let's talk about the battery. It comes with an 18,400 mAh USB rechargeable battery. It's got a little LED on it, but the only thing I don't like about it, again, is that proprietary plug. I wish everyone would just go USB-C. I guess you can't have everything though. It also has USB-C here and standard USB here. So in case you need a charge while you're out in the wild, you've got this as well. But that also means less power for your jacket. Now here's a bonus hack for you. If your coffee's as cold as your hands, just hug this jacket for a little bit. Instant hand warmer. All right, gang, so all in all, after using this thing for about a week, I can say it'll definitely keep you warm. It's been making me sweat. I really like it so far. We'll give you an update in about 6 months. Let's see where we're at. I do want to know if the water repellent's gonna stick around, but even after going through those thorn bushes and everything, not a dent in it. So is this Wulcea Graphene Heated Jacket worth it? I think so. It's got more tech in it than my first computer, and feels rugged. I would love to see it in camouflage. And like always, I'll leave a link in the description in case you guys want to check one out. And if you get one or already have one, drop a note in the comments. I want to see some pictures of you guys with these out in the wild. And like always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you next week. Stay wild, gang. If you like this type of content, make sure you check out our YouTube channel where we have hundreds of videos just like this. If you want to see our newest adventures, be sure to click the subscribe button and ring that bell so you never miss another video.